oh my gosh, this movie was a boring ass mess. And what I mean by mess, it's an understatement, because this movie is completely messy when it comes to so many plot lines that this movie's presented. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Edebiri Reviews. My name is On The Brinkcat, and today I'm going to review the latest comedy drama film, and that film is McCay. This movie is directed by James L. Brooks, and this movie stars Emma Mackey, Jamie Lee Curtis, Woody Harrelson, Alfred Brooks, Kumail Nanjiani, Spike Fearn, Edebiri, and Julie Kavner. At 34 years old, McCay becomes the governor of the state she was born and raised in. However, navigating relationships with her aunt, husband, father, and brother may just be her biggest challenge yet. So we got the latest comedy drama film from director James L. Brooks, who of course is the co-creator of The Simpsons, one of the most famous cartoon sitcoms of all time, but of course he has directed some comedy films as well, like Terms of Endearment and As Good As It Gets. So I wasn't expecting anything mind-blowing from this one, but I really do love this cast, and the trailers of the film, it looks pretty decent enough, so I was interested in this movie going in, and I just want to get this straight out of the way, guys. Literally right when I walked out of McCay, oh my gosh, guys, this movie is one of the most boring and one of the most forgettable films that I have seen this year. Easily, I would say the biggest positive when it comes to this film is absolutely the cast in this movie. And I would definitely say Emma Mackey is definitely the biggest positive with this film. She is really good in this movie when it comes to her character in the film and her emotional stakes in the film. She does a really good job of pulling that off. You know, it's a story about her, like, dealing with her being a governor and dealing with so many issues, and her acting, I would say, for what she has given, she is fantastic in this film, and she's very, very likable. She definitely has that likable screen presence. Like, you definitely want to be friends with her in real life, because she seems very likable, but her in this movie, she does a really good job in the film. And for what they're given, the rest of the cast does a good job in the film. Jamie Lee Curtis as the aunt, Woody Harrelson as the dad, Kumail Nanjiani as the nice, kind police officer, Spike Fearn as the brother. You know, everyone in this movie, for what they're given, the rest of the cast of the movie, does a good job for what they're given. I'll give the movie that. And it is a nice looking movie, you know? It's a very natural looking movie, but it definitely has some nice scenery. But other than that, guys, oh my gosh, this movie was a boring ass mess. And what I mean by mess, it's an understatement, because this movie is completely messy when it comes to so many plot lines that this movie's presented. You know, the main plot of this movie is about Ella McCay becoming the governor in this town. But it's also a movie about Ella dealing with family issues, with Ella dealing with her husband, her aunt, her father, also her socially awkward brother, and other plot lines that just felt like it didn't really fit in all that well in this film. And none of the plot lines I find very interesting in this film because of this really bland and boring ass script. The actors really gave it all. They're trying to give out great performances, but the script is literally a script that's like, this is literally nothing to do with most of the actors. Like, literally any role in this film could have been played by anybody in this film. It just felt like the script is just like, oh yeah, it's left in the corner. Let's bring these big actors for people to see this film to make us, like, literally forget this really bland and messy script. I literally noticed that throughout the film. It literally felt like that, because the actors really did bring it all. They really did try in this film, but with this messy ass plot, with so many story plot lines, it just made this movie just not worth it for these actors. This movie's not funny. I wasn't as heartwarmed as I wanted it to be. I was bored throughout every single subplot in this film, because none of the subplots I find very interesting in this film. I was literally checking my watch throughout the entire film, and I even took 2 bathroom breaks walking out of this film, and I was thinking about walking out of this movie. I am not joking, guys. I was literally thinking of walking out of this film, but, you know, I took a couple of bathroom breaks, and I was just like, you know what? I'll give this film as much chance as I wanted, because maybe this film could get better, but no, unfortunately the film just gets worse and more boring and just more messy. It's definitely a movie that had so much potential. It could have at least been a fine comedy drama film, but with all these subplots, it just really ruined the film for me, and I just felt like each subplot that this film presented, it just felt like this film was just padding the runtime, and it just felt just not that interesting. I wasn't invested in every single character in the film, because the film goes in kind of cliched ways that we've seen many times before. So overall guys, Ella McCay has a very great cast, and I think the cast members are definitely the best part about this movie, and it's a nice looking movie overall. But what a disappointment for James L. Brooks, because this is definitely one of the most messiest and boring films that I have seen this entire year. I wasn't invested throughout the story of this film. There's so many subplots happening in the film. None of them I was honestly very invested in. This film just felt boring for me. I literally was checking my watch so many times throughout the film. It's definitely a nice looking film, and it has its moments. It has its moments of a bit of comedy. I did chuckle at a couple of moments, but other than that, I was literally walking out of this film going, I can easily forget about this film in like a day or two, which is very disappointing. I was expecting a lot more from this film and being at least better than it actually is. But other than that, Ella McCay, it's just a bland, boring mess. I would easily say for Ella McCay, please go skip this movie. I'm not giving it a big pile of shit rating because I appreciate the cast of the film for trying their hardest, and there are a couple of moments, and it's a nice looking film, but other than that, yeah, this film could easily be in my top 10 worst movies of the year. This movie is a bore fest. So guys, that is my review for Ella McCay. Let me know what you think of this film in the comments below. Do you like the film, hate the film, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.